What is it like to be a teacher?
I love you very much. You are very, very great. You are fabulous. The most wonderful children in the world. The most wonderful children in the world. Thank you very much. Are you happy? Yes. I am happy too. Let me see if you are happy. Please sing me a song.
1 penny, 2 penny, hot cross buns. 1 penny, 2 penny, hot cross buns.
Would you like to have a hot cross bun? Wat brakjes hebben toen hot cross bun?
Yes.
For sure?
Yes.
Well, make a wish. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and everybody close their eyes. Okay. And make a wish. And say, I would like to taste a hot cross bun. And now, open your eyes. You have here hot cross bun. Yes, this is for you. So everybody take, please. Help yourselves. Hot cross bun. These are hot cross. Is it nice? Is it nice? Yes. What a huge surprise you did. What a huge surprise. Look at Luna. Yes. Taste it. Taste it. Have it. Quickly. Thank you. Yes. Is it nice? Do you like rice? Yes. Can we sing once again the song? Can we? With your mouth full?
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. How many pennies would you like to have?
2.
2 a penny, yes. 2 a penny. 3 a penny. 4 a penny, great. 100 a penny. You would like to have one, have it. It's yours. Debbie, it is. He wanted 100. He wanted to have them all.
I guess you need to be one to answer that. Rodica POP has been a teacher for 42 years.
It's normally a tradition to ask the ladies to come first, but we have broken the tradition. Expert who is a professor in school education and also committed to the development of the education all the time. And she has been celebrated in her own country. So we need to give her a big hand as with a national award in doing her work in school education. Welcome.
Thank you very much for inviting me here. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity to join this great seminar. It's very important for me because this subject is very dear to my heart. I am teaching for 33 years in a formal education system as a teacher. I am also for 15 years the president of a foundation whose founder I am, Children for Children, Children for Peace. For 10 years I also work in museum education. Yes, I was rewarded in 2010 as the best school teacher of Romania. And somebody asked me here, why have they nominated you? And I said, because maybe I tried to open a way for a new style of education, because I combine the formal education with a non-formal education. I did education for peace since I started to educate children, but for 10 years I developed a new type of education for culture, called museum education. And I involve 1,500 children every year in visiting museums, and I took my PhD in museum education, being the first who opened this way of teaching and making children to have a strong personality through culture. This could help them to fulfill maybe their needs, their aspiration, to be able to accept the situation around you, the reality around you. I'm a class tutor. Half of my class are monoparental families. When you talk to them, when you try to help them, you see what a storm is in their life. So maybe we have to look very, very seriously on this topic to see how we can cope, how we can develop it in the society we live, because the society we live now, it's not the society of our parents. I was blessed. I had a very nice family. I really had peace in my childhood and in my life, because it was created around me by the family, first of all, and then I carried on in schools and so on, and I carried on when I was a teacher. When first I started the first year of my teaching, the first question in my mind was, wow, do I have to do what the others do for me? Will I be able to do such a great work? Because I was very happy during my childhood, during my students' time. And that's why I tried and I worked very hard as a teacher to do more than somebody said here. A teacher has to be a teacher, not only in the class. I agree. I really agree. A teacher has to be a teacher all his life, all 24 hours from 24 hours. And then maybe you succeed to do something. So the principle of my work, for example, was that if I save a child, I save the world. So anytime when a child was in need, I did and I do all my best to save him or her.
Graduating rate in our classes has always been of 99%, and more than 90% of our students graduated from college, some as valedictorians. More than 50% use English as a second language. 10 of our 14-year-old students got Cambridge first certificate. She was the first classroom teacher in Romania to receive the major awards in the national and international field of culture and education. British Council granted her a scholarship in Great Britain, and she mentored 120 teachers for 7 years, helping them to get a similar grant for the same teacher refresher course in Oxford, greatly increasing the standard teaching in the region. She has got the Best Teacher of the Year 2010 award and the Gheorghe Lazar First Class Diploma, this being the highest governmental scholar distinction for a teacher in Romania.
Aș vrea să vă întreb ce înseamnă pentru dumneavoastră câștigarea acestui premiu.
Câștigarea acestui premiu înseamnă pentru mine un nou început. Începutul unui nou capitol al vieții mele. Este poate straniu că spun asta după 33 de ani de dăscălie, dar simt că este un nou început.
V-ați așteptat să câștigați?
Nu m-am așteptat să câștig, pentru că fac asta de o viață. Eu tot timpul mi-am dedicat activitatea copiilor și totdeauna am dorit să le aduc un dram de lumină în plus, în minte și în suflet, dacă se poate.
Ce credeți că face dintr-un profesor un profesor bun?
Pasiunea. Pasiunea. Deci trebuie să lucrezi cu pasiune. Profesorul nu este plătit, dar este răsplătit. De 100.000 de ori este răsplătit. Ca dovadă acest premiu este o răsplată a muncii de o viață.
Dacă ar fi să schimbați un lucru în educația din România, care ar fi acela?
Aș introduce o zi pe săptămână în activități outdoors, adică în afara școlii. Deci asta trebuie făcut. Să trecem puțin de la șablon spre educație non-formală, care să-i ajute să se formeze.
De ce au nevoie copiii de la un profesor, în primul rând? Știu că e nevoie de multe lucruri, dar în primul rând.
De afecțiune, de calm și de relaxare. Mie mi-a spus un elev că îi plac foarte mult orele de limba engleză pentru că sunt totdeauna calmă și relaxată și că nu simt cum învață engleză. Eu cred că asta este secretul unui dascăl bun. Să intri totdeauna în lumea lor. Când mi s-a spus acest lucru, am meditat puțin asupra expresiei de calm și relaxat și m-am gândit că de atâtea ori în interiorul meu sunt foarte agitată și ei nu văd asta. Deci câștigul este că poți să intri în lumea lor și să uiți de lumea ta.
Vă mulțumesc mult!
Și eu foarte mult și rămân datoare fundației. Sper să mă pot plăti cu onoare de această datorie. Mulțumesc foarte mult încă o dată.
Her students were awarded the first prize at the Global Education Festival for 14 times, 2008, 2016.
Diciamo così, miglior scuola assoluta, Nicolae Iorga Middle School, Baia Mare, Romania. Complimenti. Prego ragazzi. Complimenti. Prego. Un attimo una fotografia veloce. Complimenti. Velocissimi.
She is globally recognized as honorary citizen of Dallas, Texas, and locally as honorary citizen of Sain, her hometown. The mayor of Manila, the Philippines, offered her the key of Manila City. She received ICOM SICA Best Practice Award. Yet it is not the impressive list of awards and educational accomplishments one would want to focus upon, but her ongoing unyielding need to teach and to promote qualitative education. She published 3 books, 3 albums, 3 cultural guides, a children's magazine, and 5 books of her students. Her being the curator of the 6 tactile exhibitions for blind students, the first in Romania, developing peer education between blind and sighted students, shows just how her perspective embraced a whole new category of students that need nurturing and education as well.
de profană această funie. Această funie lasă tot urâtul și răul în afara casei. Și de aici, în momentul în care am trecut peste această parte, ești apărat, ești protejat. Înțelegeți? Da.
The exhibition was visited by 200 blind children from Transylvania and 500 blind adults from all over Romania. Whoever visited a museum, the 1,500 sighted student visitors used blindfolds to better understand the real life and the barriers faced by the blind.
Un experiment muzeal intitulat Bucuria revederii, un experiment pe care doamna profesor dr. POP Rodica Silvia l-a gândit pentru noastră și nu este prima dată, pentru că de 3 ani consecutiv dumneaei reușește să implementeze proiecte dedicate persoanelor nevăzătoare. Dacă unii dintre noastre ați fost și anul trecut proiectul s-a numit Muzeul în Palmă.
Florin, de la Liceul cu Deficiențe de Vedere din Cluj-Napoca, care va citi această broșură în braille pentru voi.
Pintea Viteazul. Eroul legendar Pintea Viteazul a apărut pe scena istoriei românilor ca haiduc și capitan de oaste care acționează la sfârșitul secolului XVII, începutul secolului XVIII. Personaj complex prin acțiunile sale și, totodată, prin personalitatea sa, este prezent atât în tradiția istorică, cât și în cea populară, ca fiind românul care s-a răzvrătit împotriva modului în care erau tratați oamenii de rând.
Hi, my name is Mila Chiovatu. I'm the current president of SECA ICON. It's a pleasure to me to say a few words about the work of Rodica POP. She is a brilliant woman. She won a prize of best practices in education, and the text that she wrote influed in other museums and other education works all around the world, including Zambia. So she is an inspiration for us, and we have luck to have her as a SECA member.
My name is Stephen Muila. I am Assistant Education Officer from Motomoto Museum in Zambia, Africa. I am very privileged today to have met Madam POP Rodica Silvia from Romania, one of the Best Practice Award winner under SECA. This woman, she is great because the project she did of creating museums of inclusiveness has never been thought about. You know, the people who don't see, the blind, museums have always left them out in their programs. And it makes sad reading that when people who don't see come to the museum, we have policies like don't touch in our exhibits, don't move anything. So, you know, when we had a project like that from POP Rodica, we got challenged also as museums in Africa. And at Motomoto Museum in 2014, when we were celebrating museums, when we were celebrating the International Museums Day under the theme Museum Collections Make Connections, we decided to connect our collections with the visually impaired. So we copied the idea from Romania, from that great woman. And we also opened a small exhibition, which was hands-on exhibition, based on the archaeological artifacts or tools that were discovered from a very famous site called Karambo Falls. And we allowed the blind together, being assisted by the peer, just like POP Rodica had done. Each blind, we invited about 30 blind, and each blind was given a peer to guide them through. So they were able to touch the stone and appreciate them. And you could shed tears to see the joy, because some of touching That was the title of POP Rodica's Sylvia article. And I'm very happy that museums all over the world should now become inclusive. I'm very happy that I'm also one of the best practice winner for 2016, coming from Zambia and Africa for that matter. This is a clear indication that the policies of SECA, the policies of ICOM, to think of the underprivileged people or societies or races should get to the fore. I'm very happy that I met this woman of great substance, and I wish her all the best in her endeavors. Thank you very much, Madam Rodica.
Hi to all. My name is Jorge Albuja. I am a friend of Rodica. I am from Ecuador. We have a very important link as museum educators. I know her in 2013 in the conference of ICOM in Rio de Janeiro, and she has a wonderful presentation to show the reality of blind people around the culture and how they can create a new way to think in the culture and promote by themselves touching things. The touch is a way then how we can connect the people to something new. And that's the reason because the convocatory that you have as Global Teacher Prize in the Barking Foundation, an important foundation that talk about education and support teachers around the world, can get the opportunity to know Rodica and give her an opportunity to show what she has and what she can share with the world.
She deeply believes in global citizen education. In the 21st century, we are all one global family.
We all are one. We all are one.
Thank you very much. Yes, we all are one. We all are a global community. And on the 21st of September, we will celebrate together the International Day of Peace.
Teacher, I'll be there at New York with Emma.
Yes.
On 21st of September, we will celebrate the International Day of Peace.
Okay, that's great. A round of applause for that. Thank you. If you are there, we will be there too, because you will bring our messages with you, and you will show to the whole world community that we love peace, and we all are one, one family, one global community. Let me see who wants to tell the first message. Please.
We should all understand the values of life. People should be kind, use kind words, and show respect to others and to selves.
Thank you. Great. Anybody else? Yes, please.
Let us all build a new world of love and peace, for it is time. May peace prevail on earth.
Thank you. And another one? One more?
We hold the future in our hands. We need to transform competition into cooperation and sharing. We need to do that as a group.
She develops global cultural activities with her school. On the 21st of September 2019, her students celebrated the International Day of Peace at the United Nations. They shake hands with Antonio Guterres, UN Secretary General, and Melissa Fleming, Under Secretary General for Global Communication.
We love you!
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 You are our friends!
You are our friends!
I am because you are! May peace prevail on earth!
May peace prevail on earth!
Să fie pace pe pământ!
Să fie pace pe pământ!
Să fie we are together, the happier we shall be. May peace prevail on earth. Sataluna. May peace prevail on earth.
Together we can save the world.
May peace prevail on earth.
I'm Hiro Saionji, President of the Goy Peace Foundation and the World Peace Prayer Society. On behalf of all the members of both organizations, it is my great pleasure to offer our most sincere congratulations on the great success of Global Education Festival. Now I heard from Ms. Rodica Pop, our fellow friend of Peace POP project in Romania, about hands in hands together for Japan, that the children will make a sculpture with 2,000 cut paper hands with a message of peace to Japan as a sign of solidarity and love to children and people in Japan.
Hi, I'm Nina Meyerhoff, and I'm president of Children of the Earth, a global organization. And in 1995, I met Rodica Pop. We were at the World Summit for Children. This was the major summit review of the status of children worldwide. Rodica impressed me very much. She brought children with her and 300 paintings which she put along the walls. Rodica comes from Romania, and someone that is so removed from the global scene found a way to come forward. We like her very much, and she was so dedicated. In 1997, I invited her to my leadership program, and she brought 5 youth with her, and we worked on academic skills and peace skills and learning how to live as community. And she liked it so much that we stayed in contact. Our organization has worked all over the world, but I've always worked side by side with Rodica. Another project we did was in Romania, where we got an EU grant to bring young people together, and also the Gypsy children were one of the focuses. And we planned a program and did days on about human rights and how to treat each other, and she did exceptionally well. She was also, I believe, voted Teacher of the Year, and I remember we did a peace pole planting, and that was based on Japan's May Peace Prevail on Earth. I could go on and on about the list of things she's done, but I'd rather not do it. I think she'll do it in her application. I believe she deserves to be recognized. She's somebody that has put in her life's work into this. She's volunteered her services. She's cared for children worldwide. She's accompanied them on every trip, and she's been able to raise funds to bring them here and there. And that's not easy, especially coming from Romania. So congratulations, Rodica. I hope you receive recognition and some funding, and I know if you did, you'd use it well.
The greatest impact upon the community and the greatest project of her life is Avoiding School Dropping project that has already been started and will go on for at least 5 years, saving 558 children from school dropping from 6 communities of 2 counties from North Romania.
Foarte tare iubesc. Și foarte dragi. Dar ăștia sunt copii model. O să vă dau condiția numărul 1 este să venim la școală. O să vii la școală?
Da.
Sigur?
Da.
Și nu o să lipsești niciodată?
Da.
Atunci vei fi totdeauna sărbătorit. O să veniți la școală?
Da.
Sigur?
Da.
Bun. Spuneți toți.
Școala!
Iubim școala!
Iubim școala!
Vrem să facem școală!
Vrem să facem școală!
O să venim toți la școală!
O să venim toți la școală!
She became the person who decided my career and influenced my whole life. When I got to high school, that was in 1990, after 8 years in a rural school, I was among the very few that had never studied English and had absolutely no contact with this language. I asked for her help, and I remember that the first private English lesson with her was the moment I fell in love with this language. I have worked a lot to catch up with everything, but it was due to her rather than to my work, because she motivated me. She made me fall in love with this language. She helped me during my university studies, and then she helped me with my graduation paper. In 1999, I started my teaching career in a small village in Maramureș. As a young teacher, of course, I needed help, and she was close to me again. She always gave me more than I have asked for. Throughout all these years, she was my mentor, my friend, and I could even say my guardian angel. She taught me that being a teacher means much more than teaching. It means opening children's minds towards art, culture, history, towards the world. She also helped many teachers of English become better teachers and better people. She helped us, me and other children, apply for a Comenius grant and get the chance to improve our experience in Oxford in Great Britain. Besides the fact that she is open-minded and extremely intelligent, she has 2 other strengths. She has an impressive work capacity and a generosity that has no limits. She's always full of life, active, involving in different projects and activities, helping people, fighting for a better world. When I speak about her generosity, I do not mean that kind of generosity that is just giving to others what exceeds you. Generosity means, in her case, means sharing with all her heart everything she has, her ideas, experience, her work, her resources, everything. In this world where people are more and more selfish, it is impressive to see people like her. She is never afraid that a person that she helps could become better than her. No, she's not afraid of that. She just wants that everybody become better. She helps people dream, and she gives them the power and courage to fight for her dreams. I'm sure that everybody who had the chance to work with her, to know her, would agree this. I'm very glad that I'm among those people that had the opportunity to know her, to work with her.
Hi, my name is Monica Bandi. I'm a teacher of English, a teacher trainer, an in-service teacher trainer, and a deputy headmaster. I'm honored to support Ms. Rodica Silvia Pop for Global Teacher Prize. The whole teaching community in Baia Mare highly appreciates Ms. Rodica Silvia Pop's entire career as a teacher, mentor, serving as a role model who made a significant contribution to the development of the local teaching staff. Her work has also been recognized on the county level by being awarded every fourth year the highest appreciation a teacher can get on this level. This is an award given to only a few teachers that can prove their teaching abilities, initiatives, creativity, resourcefulness, engagement, vision upon the idea of being a complete educator. Ms. Rodica Silvia Pop is a remarkable teacher who has skillfully tailored not only her students' knowledge, but also her younger and less experienced fellow colleagues' teaching careers. As a teacher of English, Ms. Rodica Silvia Pop has inspired a lot of other teachers, either at the beginning of their teaching career or more experienced teachers, by presenting effective teaching strategies that could be implemented in any classroom. These activities were shared at the annual teaching meetings organized and held by the County School Inspectorate in Maramuresh.
We are Haushi sisters and their mother, and we recommend teacher Rodica Pop, the winner of Global Teacher Prize, because this wonderful teacher had a great influence on my daughter's education.
You will find more information in our testimonials because we have a lot of beautiful things to say about our dear teacher.
For us, she is the best teacher of the world.
Thank you.
Life is so lifeless without attachments, without putting your soul in anything, without putting your heart into selflessly working for children. People first give. The greatest pleasure in this world is to give. There is more joy in giving than in receiving. With a reservoir of faith, a spring of hope, an ocean of love, the future of education looks ever brighter. Love is the answer.